Hi, my name's Eamon Devane, and I'm faced with answering the question, what is the good life? When first faced with this question, I immediately think about how it varies from person to person. So I guess just to answer what the good life is to me. To me, the good life involves a proper balance of being happy and sad, achieving goals that take grit and perseverance, and that lead to a euphoric, indescribable feeling. Taking the self-agency to make my life extraordinary, and leading my own path, not following someone else's. It is important to me to do crazy things and get out of my rapidly expanding comfort zone to bolster the scope of my life experiences so I can have a fulfilled life. Facing things that I fear and doing things that scare me helps me to grow as an individual, and I believe that that is an important part of living the good life. There's an infinitely long list of things that I've followed or have happened to me in my life that have led me to fulfill this definition of a good life. Following passions like marathon running, photography, travel, backpacking, ice climbing, fencing, rock climbing, poetry, circus performing, making lasting connections with people, writing, mountain climbing, music, juggling, and many other things that aren't coming to mind right now have led me to part of the good life that I am living. This extremely long list will probably continue to expand as time goes on, and I think that embracing these changes is a wonderful thing. I am often randomly, without reason, driven to do crazy things, and I think that this is an important part of expanding my life experiences. As I said in the middle of a long email to Mr. Friedman, I think that me being random at some points in time is not necessarily a bad thing, and I think that never being random or doing things that might be considered dumb is kind of dumb itself, as long as you don't be too overly dumb or random, and I think that I'm staying within generically safe boundaries with myself, not that I haven't strayed outside of those before. Staying within these safe boundaries is something that I should make sure to keep on top of, and finding a more concrete definition of what that means could lead to me being able to more successfully live the good life. I think that an incredibly important part of living the good life is being able to share your experiences with others and experiencing love. To properly do this, I think that I should expand my understanding of how others view what the good life is to them. To do this, I'll perform as many interviews as possible. What is happiness to you?
Happiness to me is being around people I love.
Realizing there's nothing I need to do. In other words, just plugging directly into the cosmos.
People.
This is happiness. Bunnies, metal, and art.
I don't know.
Blue and White Day, of course.
Family and
which is hard for me.
finding joy in little things in my life.
What I write is like
This canoe rental.
I think it's fulfilling experiences, but whatever that doesn't necessarily have to be a particular thing. Just whatever makes you feel like full. In the spiritual sense.
A happy life, I think, is more about balance, about knowing oneself and doing things to fulfill oneself in a positive way for society.
Doing something that you love.
Family.
Genuine human connection. You know, go out and have a coffee with one of your friends and just talk about stuff.
Try it.
You know, go to like the boardwalk or something and just like live it up. Like as long as you're doing it with people that you love. It's a good drink though, right?
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but I like it.
Yeah.
And it's probiotic.
I guess.
Yeah.
But
I mean, okay.
yeah,
partially
human connection and just doing things with people means probably the most to me in terms of happiness.
Being relaxed.
Building positive relationships with other people.
What makes a life worth living?
A life worth living is one that is spent making other lives better. Absolutely, I know that to be true.
Experiences, just like the fact that you're alive.
Not focusing on self.
Doing the things you like, surrounded by the people you like.
The fact that there's so much to do.
Knowing that I can kind of change the world for the better and do what I love at the same time.
Eamon as a coworker.
Loving what you do.
Like there's so much to see and like learn and experience in the world. Like right now, we're on a river. We're just canoeing and eating weird snacks, and it's great. And like, it's the little things. It like canoeing on a Saturday evening. Like, it's not the hugest thing, but like it's fun.
It's fun,
like
yeah.
You can always find something to not only learn from but bond over with other people. And I think just like life is worth living because there are tons of those moments to be had.
Yeah. The world is your oyster.
I prefer clams.
Working to live, but not living to work.
Doing something that you very rarely get bored with, like doing something that you're really passionate about and doing it as much as you can.
Being a good friend and having friends be good back to you.
Physics.
Being grateful. Just also finding something that you're really passionate about. Finding your heart.
What do you spend the most time doing, and why does that bring you satisfaction?
Let's keep this PG.
I spend most of my time either trying to live with my brain.
I watched a lot of anime
Hey, that was
recently.
my question.
As a teacher, it brings me satisfaction because I'm helping people learn and love learning.
Writing, because I like doing like creative things.
I spend the most time performing and making films, and that brings me joy because it's like what I love to do and my passion.
Destiny, because I get to kill my enemies.
Art, because I can say things and people can interpret them to whatever they believe. Say things without words.
Physics, and it just does.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how happy are you?
I have to be a 10.
I think generally I'm at like a 7 or an 8. Right now it's probably actually also a 7 or 8.
I don't know, maybe a 9?
8.
More.
Right now, I'm about a 9.
Oh, sorry.
5.
I'm a 9. I'm a solid 9.
9.
5, because I'm at a canoe rental.
Right now, I'm probably an 8, and in general, I'm probably like generally consistently like at a 7.
I'm gonna say 8 or 9. Right now, 7 because AP Latin.
APs.
I don't know.
In general, I'd say it's about a 7.
How do expectations of happiness play into actual happiness in your life?
Expectations are a little bullshit. You'll never reach them. And you should just, of others at least, not your own. So live by your own. And if you can't meet those, you're a deadbeat.
Well, if you're too positive or too optimistic, sometimes you get disappointed, but it's also good to like make sure you have a positive mindset on most things.
If you don't have expectations, you'll never be let down. Therefore, you're happy.
You expect more than what you can get sometimes. So maybe sometimes like you're let down because your expectations of happiness are like too high. So yeah.
I think it changes over time.
A lot of my friends always think I'm really happy, and I think that sometimes forces me to be happier or pretend I'm happier than I am at times. But it also helps me be happier because by me being happy, that makes them happy, and that's important to me to bring happiness to others.
As soon as you start thinking about whether or not you're happy, you're taken out of the moment, so you stop being happy.
Like it has.
What?
Go to what?
I expect to be happy, and I make myself happy because that's how I work.
What's your favorite color?
Blue?
Green.
Bright red.
It's gray.
Red.
My favorite color is green.
Purple.
Since I'm a painter, it changes. Now black and white.
I've actually had a lot of turmoil about this the past like month.
Blue.
Oh my
I don't know if I like blue or purple more.
I can't decide.
Like green, blue. I love turquoise.
There's too many colors, not enough time.
I don't know.
I think I like blues, greens, and purples of like any shade of those three, but I think like out of all of them, probably something closer to like cyan or turquoise or something. Something bluish green, sort of. That's tough. I'm gonna go with cyan.
Okay. Luke, give me a color.
I'm gonna say blue.
Okay.
Red and black. You know, I feel like when you constrain yourself to one color, it always becomes annoying because you always want to seem as flamboyant as possible when someone asks you what your favorite color is, even though it's like a simple question. It's one of those things where you want to feel like different because of it. You feel like it's part of your identity. So if you stick with a color, eventually you're gonna run into someone who's like, wow, that's my favorite color too, and you're gonna be like, shit, I don't feel special anymore. So that's why you keep it flexible, you know. That's what I think is going on here.
What is the good life?
The good life is being appreciative of others.
This one,
Just
right
happiness.
here. I'm living it right now.
Living the good life. Good family, support from family.
A good life is one that's in balance. A good life is one that's spent helping others.
Oh shit, that's a big question. I think at the end, wherever you're about to die, if you have no regrets and like no things that you think back and you're like, fuck, I think that's. Wait, what was the question?
Doing what you love to do.
Doing right by yourself and not hurting anybody else. That's the good life.
The good life is when you see a trap and you think this is real life. There aren't traps in real life, but then you realize it's real life, and there's a trap standing there, and you're like, what the f? And then you don't talk to them because you don't know them. It would be weird to approach them, but you saw them, so it was a good day.
Zach and Cody.
Making money at the canoe rental.
I mean, I think life is good. This is the good life.
The good life.
I'm not in this.
What is the good life?
I will get back to you.
Doing what you love and doing what you're passionate about with the people you want to do it with.
The good life is probably realizing that it's right here, right now, and it's not what's in your head. But that's also really hard.
Advice do you have to others on living the good life?
Do physics?
Watch Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Don't go into debt if you can help it.
You should watch Zach and Cody.
Take care of your health.
It's a group effort.
Do unto others what you would want done to yourself.
Be a good friend.
Do what makes you happy.
Learn to love what you see in the mirror.
You don't have to listen to what other people tell you is the good life. You should be comfortable enough to find the freedom to define the good life for yourself.
Do what you love.
Listen to the voice inside you. It connects you to your destiny and connects you to all things. And when you lose that voice inside you, you can lose yourself, but you just have to recalibrate and don't forget who you are.
Don't let everybody shit on you.
Switch career paths.
Never spend more than you have. Be grateful for what you have. Always give thanks.
Talk to people that you don't know, because like it's good, and having human connection with even people that you don't know can be like really rewarding.
This is the good life.
Oh, it's upside down.
This is the good life.
Now it's the
This
good
is
life.
the good life.
Closing remark.
Live your life follow what you love, make friends, have human interaction. Sometimes it's okay to be sad, sometimes it's okay to be happy. You gotta find that balance, you gotta live life, you gotta live it. Have a good life.